You have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be BMF Season 2, Episode 7. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So this was another good episode. They're really doing a great job of just capturing the moment. When we're watching this is half truth. Some things could be true, some things could be stretched, some things could be false. But it's overall capturing the theory of what was going on during that time. So in this episode, you had Meech and Terry looking to expand and take the connect of K9. So they asked K9's cousin, who knew how to speak. They want to go down to the Columbia, speak Spanish, so he get an interpreter. Terry was like, "Well, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. I'm gonna be the interpreter, or whatever, because I don't trust him." So Meech was like, "All right, well, they're a team, so they going follow his brother. They're gonna follow each other rather and go with it." So, excuse me. So what happens from there? They had the meet and greet set up. Now they're headed to Columbia. Meanwhile, remember we seen Terry's baby mom. She was taking pieces of his garments and stuff like that, his belt, jacket. They went to, wow, many of us might have thought it was they were doing roots on Terry. They was going to put some roots on him, voodoo or whatever. However, they was going to a fortune teller. And the fortune teller basically told her that her and her mom, that he hasn't yet found his true destiny yet, and he hasn't set his eye on that path yet. So she stated basically she found out she was pregnant. So she told Terry she was pregnant, and Terry wasn't receptive of it, and kind of like I don't need that. So Terry went off to Columbia. Meanwhile, she was upset, her and her mom. When Terry and Meech get to Columbia, on their way there, they wanted to pack guns. Meech said, Terry was like no at first. So Meech said, we can't go in there empty-handed. So they agreed not to take guns, but at the last minute, Terry decided to pack a gun. And in the process of packing the gun, he hooked up with the people he befriended at the airport with the car service, and got the guns that he packed, so it won't be searched. It'll go straight underneath the plane. Meanwhile, he went to the travel agency where Markeisha was, and he went and spoke with another Taylor, and pretty much said he was booking a flight, and he wouldn't need the car. He getting out of the car service. So Markeisha pretty much stated, I can help you out with the travel here. Call this number. So it basically, she set up a date with him to meet with her, and she apologized the way she acted. And Terry, he into her, so he was still googly eyed for her and ran with it. Now, most people would be looking at this like, you see an older woman sinking her claws into a young man, and most people would have been like, yo, kick her to the rocks, bro. You know what I'm saying? But during those times, nobody couldn't tell him nothing, especially when she's looking for him to take care of her or whatever. She's in a bad situation. She's married, abusive relationship, and she looking to go to the next person that's going to take care of her. And Terry's a strong candidate, and he's going to become one once business start booming. So fast forward back into where they're in Columbia. They meet the head guy. He offers First, when they get there, Meech, of course, he see a girl, she's staring at him, he's staring at her. He go push up on her. It shows Meech get back to the hotel with her, and before you know it, somebody came and snuffed him and took his luggage. Of course, the luggage had the gun in it. So when they showed up to the main boss place, the main boss offered them both cigars. Meech took one, Terry did not. That shows a form of disrespect. When they offer you something, you don't take it. So the boss pretty much took Meech and told Terry stay behind. And they told, when Meech went back there, he seen the girl who set him up, so he knew who she was. So they pretty much told Meech get in the pool because they want to make sure he don't have a wire. So Meech stated his case, why he want to become the new distro, and the head boss was under assumption that he was coming to pay the 20 million. Now he said, I don't know. So they was the cousin was setting them up, saying, yeah, they coming with the money, with the 20 million. And of course, if they don't got the money, look like Meech and them did something with the money, they getting over. But Meech and them like, nah, must be some miscommunication. This one we was down here for. And the head boss be like, I want my money. So Meech pretty much was like, listen, we'll take on the debt, front us the weight, and we'll get everything good. Head boss is like, pretty much like, nah, we still want K9's head. He was like, nah, how about you spare his life, and we pretty much can't kill him because more bodies are called bad for business. So the distro end up kind of siding with Meech. Then they finally let Terry in, and then Terry came in, and Markeisha was telling him basically, hey, you're the closer. So when Terry came in, he closed the deal, pretty much saying he gave it for more like a mathematical vision on how they can distribute the keys and stuff like that. So the head boss said, y'all gonna get 300. They was like, wow, 300, we wasn't coming for that much. 300. And they said, well, how we gonna get that much back? They said it's already there. So now keep in mind, when we all see this, we're in 2023. This is back in probably like 89, 90. So they were just starting to crack down on a lot. They wasn't as refined as they are now. So that's how it was already there. So from there, the deal is set. They know they in the game. So when they get back to looking at the port where the containers is, K9's cousin tried to run up on him, so he was following him, but Meech had put somebody telling him, so when he went up to roll up on Meech and them, somebody capped him, so they got him out of here. So early in the episode, before all this took place, Meech was at the bar when he was pitting a tail on K9's cousin. He seen his dad. Now the mom was having a women's group for the church, and the dad pretty much said, I'm gonna pick up some late shift. Now the dad was tripping to be out in public, and he went to a nudie bar, strip club. So he seen Meech, and Meech seen him. So as soon as he seen Meech, he hurry up and dip. But Meech ain't say nothing or whatever. So you knew that was gonna be something brewing. We got to see who had B Mickie, just like I said in the last recap. I believe that it was the cop, and it was the cop who took B Mickie, put him in the trunk, pretty much told him, hey, I'm gonna move your mom out of that old folks' house. We want our keys back. So he pretty much said, I don't know where the keys were. So Detective Bryant was pretty much on a mission to show him he meant business. So he left him in the trunk. Meanwhile, it showed that Bryant's bond was picking up. He got to see that. You got to see that him and his partner was getting real acquainted. And they became love interests. So I already could see what's great happen. So you seen that part. Bryant he made some fake keys up to get back to the sergeant so that he wouldn't be under investigation. So that was rectified for that moment. They had a funeral for the fallen soldier that got killed by Omar last episode. So Mo seen Meech and he pretty much asked Meech, what we going to do about Lamar? So now Lamar's dog is ill. And because of all the times he was in dog fights, he was internally suffering from wounds. So the vet pretty much was like, you should put him down. You shouldn't keep him alive. He's suffering from inside. So Lamar pretty much was like, he's gonna keep rolling with him until the wheels fall off. And Mo pretty much linked up with Lamar, told him like she think they should work on getting their family back together, and she pretty much trying to set him up so Meech could come and kill him. He showed up to while the church was having service with his dog to pretty much get prayer for his dog to bring him back to life. He started wolfing in the church, and the pastor pretty much told him get out the church, and he pretty much said, I run these streets, and the pastor pulled out a gun. So Snoop Dogg's done a good job being a pastor. It's just that it's Snoop Dogg, so we didn't see Snoop so long, so when he talked, his mannerism, it's all Snoop Dogg. He's doing a good job with his lines and everything, but it's just the whole, even him being a pastor, you still hear Snoop Dogg. The mannerism is still Snoop Dogg. He pulled out a gun. He even made a reference to the East Side. You know, that's where he's from, in Long Beach. He's doing a good job though. So Lamar threw his dog on the church floor. And pretty much most people that's been watching this, they're getting tired of Lamar. So I think Lamar, they're going to eventually like put Lamar in like a crazy home or something like that, or he going to get locked up. There's no way that you could just have him being a terrorizer all this long time and nobody do anything. So we'll see. So we got Meech, Terry back. They get it going with the keys. So now you had Charles meet up with Meech and to talk to him about what he's seen in the strip club. Meech pretty much told him like their mom already going through enough. He's not going to be the one to pretty much dime his dad out. And he pretty much, I'm saying, I could never be with one girl. I'm surprised you survived this long. And so, of course, Charles is still trying to talk from a high point. Meech, I'm nothing like you. Like, bro, you might be a different variation of Meech, but you're exactly like him. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't hold it down. So you're still thinking you're holier than Meech or whatever and what they're into at this point. But that's going to change, and we will all see that as time go on. You already see the character of the dad is changing. You see that happening now. And it's more to come. Meanwhile, it flashed back to B Mickie. He finally got out the trunk of the car. He went to go see his mom. Found out his mom passed 2 days ago, and he just sat back and shed tears like anybody would. But something else came over him. So now, Detective Bryant would no longer have that his mom over top of him, holding him, trying to cooperate. So now he's going to be on a warpath. So what I think is going to happen from here is that in a process of trying to get even with Detective Bryant, B Mickie is either going to kill Detective Bryant's partner or his son. Either or, one of them is going to get capped before the end of the season. And that's pretty much. Oh, one part that I did miss, glossed over. Detective Ryan and his partner did go um, approach Terry's baby mom and mom, pretty much showing her the pictures of him and Markeisha, and pretty much showing her that he's was cheating on her, and they'll push up on her and say she was an accomplice if she don't tell them information. So she went and approached Terry and told Terry that Detective Brian looking at him, showed him the pictures. Terry pretty much was honest, like, listen, you left with the kid and I fell in love with somebody else during the time. You came back and I'm with you. But he pretty much stated that I'll always be here to take care of you. And she pretty much was like, well, I ain't trying to hear that. Um, she not just looking for him to take care of. She want them to be a family. So that was pretty much the episode. Another decent episode. I was not really going with the flow of the episode pretty much as I was remembering what happened in the episode. Going back and forth and then bringing it to the present. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.